the American Acoustisonic Telecaster, and it's a brand new project that Tim Shaw and I worked on, and then added the giant Fender team to it. And so it's a fully hollow modern acoustic guitar. So the idea is that we wanted to create something that would inspire players to play, make new sounds and familiar sounds at the same time. We wanted to do something that was super high tech, yet earthy and organic in its feel. And so, you know, what you have is a, complete feature technology as far as an electronics package in a great guitar first. We touch technology all day. Think about it, your iPhone, your car, and it's pretty impersonal. And so to me, it was important that we had this guitar that just feels great in your lap, and you want to just, and it needed to make enough sound on my lap before even plugging in. I wanted to be able to play at night on the couch and songwrite with it, or maybe go and do a vocal rehearsal with it or something. But then, plug it in and track and record, or go play live and all those things. So you'll notice it's a mahogany body with a mahogany neck, and then an inlaid spruce top. We're using Lutz spruce, and then we've tuned the cavity with our sound port, and then it's volume, mod knob, and a 5-way switch. The 5-way switch loads a pair of experiences each time. So I'll start with the first one, and this is a pretty traditional, like a big guitar, a dreadnought style in rosewood. So just a great strumming acoustic that has a big, full, fat voice. On the other end of that first position, that's the A side. Here's the B side. So we're going to take that dread, tighten up the waist, make it more of a grand auditorium, and make it more of a modern sounding guitar. From there, dreadnought. So you can hear the guitar changes personalities. It's got the shape shifting. So that's depending on your gig, or maybe the track that you're playing, where you want to cut through a mix differently, gives you different voices. So the next pair are a small maple body parlor, which is a nice small intimate voice. And on the other side of that is a mahogany dread, classic Americana. So we start with the little maple guitar. But if you're like me, you always wish your parlor had a little bit more low end, right? I wish it could have a little more thump. So on the other end of the mod knob is the mahogany dread. So now imagine a blend anywhere in between. So you can take that little parlor guitar we started with and add it some of the personality of the other guitar. I'm about 20% of the way up. Really interesting that you can mod or tweak your sound for what you're playing. The third position of the switch now is going to introduce a pickup that you can't see. It's underneath the bridge. We call it a body sensor. And this starts with a Brazilian rosewood style guitar, and then adds that body pickup. It's going to add three-dimensionality, but more importantly, right now, with it off, you don't really hear me tapping on the top. If I turn it on, now the whole top's live. So if you're one of those that makes loops and does all the crazy stuff, you'll get that. So we start with the turn the body body sensor on, and now I get. Great for just percussive playing. Now, if you're not a percussive player, that pickup also benefits all tap harmonics. So it's picking up all of the action of the top and the harmonics that are going up and down, and you can just add it as a full-bodied sound. The second position now uses the magnetic pickup for the first time. So you're going to hear an acoustic sound, and then as we roll the mod knob up, it adds the magnetic. Think about Lennon's J160E, right? They mic'd his guitar, and he had the little magnetic pickup in it that was going through an amp, a double tracked kind of a sound. So we start with it, just acoustic. Acoustic and electric at the same time. And finally, we're to the most electric sound. So I'm just the magnetic pickup. And make sure I'm sitting right. So it's a classic Fender. As you roll the mod knob up, it makes it a fuller, fatter. Acoustic. Electric. So that's the American Acoustisonic Telecaster. It has a name of an old guitar, and it does things all new. So thank you for visiting us here at Fender, and we'll see you next time.
So when does it ship?
It ships now.
Now, how much?
It's in stores at $19.99. We heard yesterday that most of the stores that had it sold out.
They're gone.
We had 1,000 guitars in the market on Tuesday when we launched. The launch went viral.
Yeah.
People loved it. We had 500 million impressions on 500 million impressions on Tuesday alone.
Jeez.
So when it went on sale yesterday, some of the biggest retailers in the world were sold out in the first hour.
Wow.
Is the Tele body the only one that's?
Yeah, just a Tele body at the moment, but it's a new platform, so it'll
Right.
eventually we'll see other models and other flavors and other sounds.
Right.
But we're making 20 a day in Corona, California. So this is American made. Comes with a really nice hard-sided gig bag that just allows you to take your music where you want to go.
Right. How many different flavors as far as design work on
There's
this
5
current?
colors.
5.
So natural, sunburst, black, the trans gray, and a trans green.
Okay.
Later in the year, there'll be some exotics, so you can take some photos of those as well. Koa, Cocobolo, and Zuricote.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.